an attack. That's like it would be a bottle attack or some weapon. We're going to take a fighting stance on towards this. We have a little bit of distance between myself and my opponent. We don't want to be really kind of close into these kind of movements. The attack is going to come in, we're going to proceed to block. And when we block, we push right the way through. Off from this, we're making an elbow strike coming into the solar plexus. The arm is sliding out to put a lock onto the elbow. We bring the knee coming through, step back, forearm strike down. If you can just face that way. So when we're doing the movement, we block, push right the way through. Elbow strike in. The arm comes up to the back of his elbow joint. I've got a hold on towards his wrist, and then we proceed to put a lock on. You'll hear when I put the lock on that he taps or says mate, that he wants to submit. Okay. Now, once we've done this, we bring the knee coming in, step back, strike, and then move back into a fighting stance. Our next attack, downward blow. Now what we're going to do after this, we're going to parry the movement. Now, I've got my left leg forward, but the right hand will make a movement, just parry. And we push the arm away from us, don't bring it back into you. Remember, this is a downward blow, and therefore there will be a weapon in the hand. As we come in, we deflect back, we bring the hand coming up, hitting underneath the chin, using a small part of your arm. Both hands come together, so we clasp the hands together and draw back for a strangle. All we're going to do after this is a reverse. We'll foot back, go down, strike, come back up onto the stance. Come around this side, come around. Our movement, deflect coming around, come back in. I've come into a real deep stance. I've got my left leg back, right leg forward. Strangle comes on. I reverse this foot back, take down, strike, come back up to fighting stance. Our third movement after the downward blow. We're going to make another parry, and this time we're working the inside. Now when we're practicing techniques, we have to get used to working to the outside and inside of the person. So that way we can be versatile enough to move where we can put ourselves into safety. From the downward blow position, we're using the one-handed parry. The other hand is coming around and hitting. Now when we're taking so the thumb goes to the back of the thumb, fingers come into the fleshy part of the hand. We make a straight coming over. When we're going back, we push the shoulder right the way back into the face. We draw forward into a lock position. We move out, placing the elbow down on towards the hip. Give a little twist. The hand is going clockwise, elbow anti-clockwise. Kick to the groin and move back to stance. Let's demonstrate this one more time. We have deflection, around, lock. Move out, kick, and then move back into stance. We're now going into side blocks coming in towards shoulder, head area. When we're doing our blocks are actually strikes within my system. So when it comes out to attack, we strike, block hard. And we're always blocking towards the wrist, don't block up into the elbow. This will come around and hit you right in the face. So have a look at block. You can see that he's now off balance. We bring the hand up onto the shoulder, forearm right underneath the chin. Block, strike through. I bring the right leg through, the tatami of the mat. Then we bring the knee down, right under in between the bicep and tricep muscle. Put a lock on towards it. Hand fist strike coming in towards the temple area. Then I move back up into a fighting stance. Second side blow attack. Swing the punch around and move into block. Deliver an elbow strike going into the solar plexus. Bring the elbow out and attack into the side of the neck, again where another tendon point is. Roll the hand around and start to apply a neck lock. Still keep control of the arm. Knee keep coming in towards solar plexus. We tilt the head forward, placing 2 fingers just into the throat, through, strike, finish, move back to stance. We just do the attack again. We block, strike out, in, lock, knee kick, move back, strike, and back into stance. Again, a side low coming in towards Joe now. I've got my left leg forward, hands are in guard position. When he's swinging the blow, we're going to duck, go down underneath. I'm using the palm heel attacking into the solar plexus. We have a strike coming in. We use the same arm to come up and attack into the side of the neck. In here, where I'm putting my finger and a tenny point. Both hands come up, clasp the hands together. So it's a palm to palm position. Bring your foot coming around towards the back, and then throw the person down. Bring my knee to control him, and I lock on towards his neck. Come out, and strike, move back up into the stance. Right, we're now having the third movement, side blow coming into the head. What we're doing with this, we're accepting the movement. Just go through slow for me. We're reversing back, bringing the arm up underneath. I'm bending, so my left leg is bent, right leg comes out straight. All we're doing like this is just turn, take him down. We bring the knee into the side of his body, and lock on towards his arm. While the body's stretched out here, we can strike, come back up, and fighting stance. We're now going to have a look at some straight punches coming in towards Joe now. I've got my left leg forward, and Wayne is making Oizuki, a lunge punch coming into me. Now, what we're doing like this, we're going to quarter step, get out of the way first. Once we get out of the way of it, we're going to deliver a block, and we push the arm up. An empty comes in, knee kick comes into the solar plexus, foot comes around the back, I lift his neck up, you shut out the strike into the neck, and then move back to stance. I'll just demonstrate this one more time. You block, strike, knee kick, foot through, in, strike, move back, fighting stance. We're now going to have a straight punch again coming in towards shoulder, our head area. When he's doing this, I'm going to move away from him. As we're moving away, we cross the arms over, my right comes over my left, and make a circle coming around and draw him where he's off balance. Drawing forward, taking down towards the mat, keep the arms straight, pushing down into the wrist, we twist, and then locking towards it. Where we want to finish, heel kick, move back to stance. I'll just demonstrate this again. Move away, turn, draw him down, lock taking down towards the mat. Finishing off, move back, heel kick, and fighting stance. Again, we're having a straight punch coming into Joe now. Now we're going to step forward with this. We're parrying the arm off towards the side, and we're using Toho, a sword hook strike, to attack him towards the neck. So as you come forward, strike coming in. We bring the foot around the back and then throw. Down we go. Back up and fighting stance. Just demonstrate this again. Parry up to the side, step, throw, back, fighting stance. We're going to have a bit of bear hook coming into the front. This I'm going to allow him to advance forward, right? But we're going to take a posture and move back away from him. Now, this makes the attacker stretch out when coming in. So I step back away from him. I step back with my left leg and place both hands on the hips. While we're doing this movement, it's important to get your head over to one side so you don't get head-butted. Now I'm bringing my knee coming through in towards his solar plexus. I reverse the same leg back, bring the arm up so we trap his arm, draw him down to the mat, and then kneel on towards the back of the neck. So we've got an arm lock, and neck is control, or head. You can strike into the kidney area using a palm heel, come back up, and find the stance. Our next movement off a bear hook. The attack is coming in, we're again stepping back away from them. Now I step back with my right leg. I bring the right knee through, knee kicking into the groin or the lower part of the abdomen. The same leg steps through, pushing the end of the thigh. We step over. Your palm comes down to cover, so that way the leg doesn't bounce up and hit you back in the groin. Punch coming down towards the groin area. Keep coming up to Jodan and then move back to your stance. Right, third of our bear hooks coming in. Attacker comes in, we're stepping back again. I've got my hands down towards his hip. Bring my knee coming in, turn around and trap his arm. Now trap him with my right arm. Took the hips in up and down. Try to take over. Kneel down towards the side. Arm up coming on. Strike, move back to stance. We're now going to have a look at a bear hook to the rear with your arms pinned. And when we come to do this, you come in towards the back. As he comes in to do the attack, we're going to step back and bring the arms forward. Get a good strong grip. And you'll see with the arms raised up here, it's very hard for you to get a grip. My arms are right down by my sides, you can start to trap them, so lift them coming up. And what we're going to do after this is we're going to make a stab kick. When we stab kick, we use the heel of the foot to strike towards your opponent's foot. For practice purposes, we don't stamp on each other's feet. We stamp, step back. Now, I'll step back quite a long way, and I'm going to reach down, take a hold of his foot, I'll take him down to the mat. I bring my left leg coming in, raise the heel up so we straighten the solar plexus. Roll the foot over the shoulder and move back into fighting stance. Another attack from the rear and another defence coming in. We step back into the person straight away, extending your arms forward so they can't get a grip on towards you. Now, I'm bringing my right arm over and taking a hold onto the left hand. I make a stamp kick, extend the arm up to the side, bring myself out, and then come into stand kick, lock on towards this. We need to keep these arms extended out. When we're finishing, we can kick and finish off our technique. We're now having a look at some attacks where we've got the bear hook coming into the front, but your arms are free. Now, in this position, we're going to step back away from this. Again, you must tense up your abdominal muscles and breathe out so you don't get any impact. We're going to step back away from it. Now, I'll drew my head over the side, I'll pull the arm closer towards the waist. I'll pull him actually down to my one side. So when he does attack, I pull him down. I'm going to slide my left leg out, take him down towards the mat. I extend his arm out, bring the foot above on the top, and apply a lock. You strike using the palm heel coming in towards the nose area, and then disengage, come back up to fighting stance. Another bear hook coming in towards us. Now again, I'm going to step away. I'm raising my right arm up, reducing the edge of the arm to come in towards his throat. Other hand is coming up around the back of his neck, and we're going to apply a lock. And we push the both arms together, so it's quite a powerful movement. To come in, lock on towards it. I reverse back on my left leg, I'll take him down towards mat. Strike, come back into fighting stance. Now we have another bear hook coming into the front without the arms pinned. Stepping back away from me, drawing his head down to the side. I bring the knee kick in, reverse. We bring the arm up around my neck, pull his arm tight into towards your waist, turn your head, take him over. Kneel down, bring your arm to the back of the elbow to lock, disengage fist, hammer fist strike, come back up to stance. We're having a look now at some bear hooks to the rear without any arms being trapped. So come in. Now, it's very important when we do this, we take a posture to start off with. Push down towards your stomach so that way you're not going to get hurt. Try and squeeze in there, please. Right. Again, once you're good and strong to do this, we're going to raise the both hands up, use the thumb fist to attack him towards his hand. Then strike down. Stamp kick down towards his foot. I'm taking a hold with my right hand, elbow with the left. We now start to apply a lock, pushing against the elbow and wrist. We reverse out to the side of him, place the hand down just into the bicep, lock and control him. You can let one hand free or just hold it there to secure it. In, stand kick, move back, and finish. Another bear hug attack from the rear without the arms in. So my arms are free, I'm taking my posture position. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a hold onto the hand, making stand kick, elbow. We twist the wrist right the way over, bring your arm through so we get a figure 4 arm lock on. To disengage from this, elbow strike, push the person back, in, kick, and then move back to stance. Another bear hook coming in from the rear. We take our posture as I explained before. Now, just because he's got the arms around the waist doesn't mean to say that you cannot move. In this position, I'm going to move to the side, use the hand of fist to strike into the groin. Kneel down, take the leg, rolling down, open the legs out, strike coming in, then back up to the stance. Once the hair pulls from the front, these are single-hand positions. Take a hold onto the hair. For general practice, you can just place your hand on the head. With the attacking hand upon the head, I bring my right hand onto my partner's right hand. We must have forearm to forearm touching. Left arm comes towards the back. We can use the fingers to pinch in and into an attended point, so that way we can just distract the person. Kick coming around. And when I'm kicking, I'm using the shin kick to go into the inside of his thigh, so we can kick through on towards it. We extend coming out, so that way we start to build a rock. Step coming in, push. Now if you just close your fist for me, if you push against this hand, right, the hand will open, so you won't lose any hair. You move out to the side, hand the fist towards the kidneys, and then move back to stance. Second hair pull towards the front. Attackers come in, and I'm taking the posture again, got my right leg forward, and my hand is coming up, so palm is just facing away from the forehead. Take a hold on towards the wrist. As we're doing this, we move forward and strike into the solar plexus. We bring the hand to the back of the elbow joint and start to lock. Powerful lock. Elbow strike going in towards it. Pushing away, step, kick, and back into stance. Third hair pull coming in. What we've got with this is also, he's pulling me down, knee kick coming through. Now when we're going to try and block this off, unfortunately we have to take a little bit with the hair, but you don't want to be caught with the knee kick. Now when we're going forward to block, you use the forearm and we attack right into the inside of the thigh. I'm stepping forward with my right leg, block. You take it, throw it down, strike coming into the groin. Take the foot, throw it over the shoulder, heel kick coming in towards kidney area, and then move back to stance. Right, we're having a hair pull towards the rear. Now, when the person takes a hold of you, we've got to step back, because obviously you're going to lose your balance on towards it. As I'm stepping back, I'm bringing my right hand up onto towards the head, with the elbow pointing directly forward. I reverse back and step back as far as I can. As I'm reversing back, I use my elbow, strike coming into the solar plexus area. I still keep that hand trapped on the head. The hand that you strike with the elbow now comes to the back of my partner's elbow, and we start to apply a lock. We extend, pushing forward so the lock remains on, let go, use your hand fist to strike to the kidneys, and then come back into stance. Another hair pull coming in towards the rear. Now unfortunately when somebody comes to take you and have a hold onto the back of your hair, You can't often work out whether you've got the right hand or the left hand up, so we have to be able to work either side. On this one, I'm stepping back in towards him, and I'm bringing my left hand just up towards my right ear. As I'm doing this, I'm making a strike. Now we're using the forearm beginning towards the side. We bring the arm up to lock, so we get a lock on him, reverse the foot back, rotate him down. Needing to lock him down onto the side, and again, lock onto his arm. Strike coming down to the side, and then come back up into fighting stance. Right, third head pull from the rear. Now when he's taking the hold and starting to pull me back, I'm stepping back, bringing both hands up on towards the head. We bring them up, trap the hand, reverse back. Now we have lock coming up on towards his wrist. In, kick, and then come back into fighting stance. Look at the front strangulations. When the attack is coming in, we're going to step back into posture. Now it's important to keep your head in line with your body. With a little bit of practice, you can tense your neck muscles up, so you can take a strangle fairly easily. Now again, for some of the people who train with me, we will be doing a little bit of key training, we'll be showing you how to do this. So attack comes in, get your posture first. Now my left leg is forward, and I reverse this leg right the way back, coming down to the straddle stance. As I'm doing the movement, I'm going to attack into the arm, go into the pressure point, right in towards the forearm. So movement, strike coming down, hammer fist coming up towards the face. Step in, kick, come back into stance. Our second front strangulation. We're going to take posture again. As soon as that person comes in, we get into posture. We're taking hold of the belt, the jacket, the sleeve, or anything else that you can get hold of. You need to pull in this direction. All I'm going to do is step to the outside, coming into a very deep straddle stance, and we'll use a strike coming up underneath the chin to the palm middle. Stretch that person back, right towards the solar plexus, then move back into fighting stance. Our third front strangulation. As the attack comes in, we're stepping away from him again, tensing those neck muscles up. Now I've come back into a small posture. I'm bringing my right hand just to the inside of his hand, left hand down in front of the top. As we do the movement, we turn off to the side. Use the cupped hand position to attack coming back in towards the ears. Draw back, front kick, and then back into your stance. We're having a look at some rear strangulations. Now, our attacker comes into the back and we step back into posture. Now, again, we should be able to tense the neck muscles up so we can hard squeeze, hard. You can see I'm not sucking at all on towards this. We're bringing both hands coming up and we're taking a grip so our hands come through, so our fingers come into the thumb. We lock both thumbs down onto the back of the neck, so again this causes some discomfort for your attacker. We make a stamp kick coming in towards the foot. Aim both palms of your attacker's hands up towards the ceiling. Place their elbows onto your shoulders to put a lock on. I step out with my left leg, opening the arms out. Elbow strike coming back, adjust my posture in, kick, move back into stance. Second movement off the rear strangulation. Now, although he's got a hold onto my neck, the rest of my body is free to move. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse back on the right foot. As I'm reversing back, we're doing an elbow strike coming into the groin. Both hands reach down. Rotating back. Strike coming in towards the groin. Move back up into a stance. Attacker comes in from the back for a rear strangulation again. We're going to step back in so we get our posture. We're going to make a strike coming into the groin and bring your left hand up to the gap that you've created. We bring the hand around the waist, tuck the hips in deep, turn the foot to the throw. Knees down into lock position, and again, rock run. Strike, and move back into stance.